All right, guys, welcome to J.3 IXL J.3 Division with decimal quotients. So now it's getting real, okay? We have 82 divided by 4. So we need to set this up using the standard algorithm. 82 divided by 4. So we have 82. We put that in the garage. I'm calling this the garage. And we're dividing by 4. Okay. So... Sorry. Oh, come on. So, 82 divided by 4. You need to ask, okay, 8, you look at the largest place value, okay, which is the 8 here. Can 8 divided by 4, or how many groups of 4 go into 8? That works, right? So we can do 2. So you put the 2 up top, right? You guys remember dirty monkeys smell bad? Dirty monkeys smell bad, okay? Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, okay? And then it starts over again. So after you bring down, it starts over again. This is the cycle. Rinse and repeat. That's what you've got to do. So 8 divided by 4 is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. Put that there. Then we subtract. 8 minus 8 is 0. Then we bring down the 2. Okay. Now, what's going to happen here? We have 2 divided by 4. We can't do that, can we? Well, if we can't do that, then this becomes a 0. Okay? If you can't divide the number, then this becomes a 0. 0 times 4 is 0. Bring down the 2, and you have a remainder of 2. Now, we need to give an exact answer with a decimal. So now, we know that we need a decimal because we've run out of numbers to bring down. So we're going to put a decimal in here, and we know that this 82, it's a whole number, but it has a decimal. It just wasn't written. So we're going to write it in now, okay? And then we go to the 10th place, and we're going to put 0 there. There's nothing there. What's a number equal to nothing? Well, that would be 0, Mr. Voigt. That's correct. So you're going to put a 0 here, okay? Then, now that you have a 0 there, you can just bring that number down. And now we have 20, okay? But you also need to put that decimal up top. Okay, now you've brought down, so divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. That's the cycle. Then we swing it back to divide. Okay, this is our new dividend, 20. We need to divide by 4. It always comes back to the 4. You're dividing by the 4, then you're multiplying by the 4. You're dividing by the 4, then multiplying by the 4. Okay, so 20 divided by 4. Well, that's 5, Mr. Voigt. That's correct. You are correct. 5 times 4 is 20. Then we subtract. 20 minus 20 is 0. And we have no numbers left to work with. So we're done. Okay? And if we had a remainder, for example, 2, right, that would be 2/4. Well, what is 2/4 equal to? Well, 2/4 is equal to 1/2. And as a decimal, I know that 1/2 is equal to 0.5, right? Or 5/10. So hence 5/10. Okay, that's how that one works. I want to show you 1 divided by 5. So let's go ahead and do that example. Oh, first I guess we could put our answer in. So this is 20.5. 20.5. Great job. All right. So we'll get to that one next, but I mean after we do 1 divided by 5. Okay, I'm going to rewrite this just to make sure I have enough space. So 1 divided by 5 means the 5 is on the outside, and we're seeing how many groups of 5 go into 1. Well, Mr. Voigt, 1 is a smaller number than 5. How can we get groups of 5 to go into 1? Well, what's going to happen here is we're going to have groups of 5 going into 1, and we're going to have a decimal, okay? So this number is going to get smaller. Okay. Can 5 go into 1? No, it can't. So it goes into 1 0 times. 0 times 5 is 0. Then we subtract. 1 minus 0 is 1. Then we bring down. We don't have anything there to bring down. But I know that nothing is equal to 0. So I'm going to put a 0 here. Okay? That's the tenths place. Now when I bring that down, okay, we're going to bring down that 0. You don't need to have a decimal point here. Okay? You can just think of this as a whole number right now. So 5 goes into 10 how many times? Or 10 divided by 5. Notice how the cycle has started over. Right? We divided. 1 divided by 5. That's 0. Right? Doesn't happen. Okay? And now we brought down. So now we're dealing with the 10. Okay, how many times does 5 go into 10? 2. Okay, 10 divided by 5 is 2. 2 times 5 is 10. Subtract. You have 0 left over. So we end up with 2 tenths. Okay, we end up with 2 tenths. Now, thinking of this, 2 tenths, well, if I had a whole 1, right, divided by 5, that's really 1/5, right? 1/5. 1 divided by 5. Well, what's an equivalent fraction to 1/5? Well, if I just double the 1, I get 2, and if I double the 5, that would be 10. So you see how 1/5 is equal to 2 tenths? And 2 tenths, as a decimal, is equal to 0.2. Beautiful. Okay, so that's how that one would work. Let's do one more. Okay, 93 divided by 6. 93 divided by 6. So I have 6 on the outside and 93 in the garage here. 93. And since we're dividing with decimal numbers, I'm just going to go ahead and assume we're going to need a decimal here. So that 93 really has a decimal there. And we're going to put that decimal up top too, okay? Because we're probably going to need it. Might as well just put a 0 here as well. Why not? Probably going to need it. Maybe even 2 of them. But we'll see. Okay. So this is a good way to set it up. Let's get started. Does 6 go into 9? Yes. How many times? 1. Okay, so we just divided. 9 divided by 6, 1. Now, that's not the answer. 9 divided by 6 is not 1. But you're really looking for how many groups of 6 go into 1. Okay, 1 group of 6 goes into 1. Okay, 1. Multiply. 1 times 6 is 6. Divide, multiply, subtract. 9 minus 6 is 3. And then bring down. The next number is 3, so we bring that down. 33. How many groups of 6 go into 33? Okay, well, 6 times 6 is 36. So I'm going to go with 5. 6 times 5. 5 times 6 is 30. So that's the number you subtract with. You end up with 3 left over. Oh, and wouldn't you have it? We needed that decimal point there. So now we have a number to bring down. We're going to bring down the 0. We put that 0 there. You can always put a 0 there. And as many zeros as you need, okay, you can put them there, okay? All right. Bring down the 0. We get 30. 6 into 30 goes 5 times. And we're done. Okay, 5 times 6 is 30. Subtract. We have 0 left over. All right. So we were at 3 here and 6. So if we were working with remainders, we would have had a remainder of 3. Well, what that really means is a remainder of 3 out of 6 because we divide. 3 divided by 6. So a remainder of 3 really meant 3 divided by 6 or 3/6. Well, I know 3/6 is equal to 0.5. Right? 1/2. So that makes sense. All right. Good. Let's do one more. We've got, oh no, we did that one. 15.5. Good. 15.5, and we're going to submit. Okay, guys, I hope that helps. Continue your journey. Email me if you need to. Ciao.